to a Sunday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Banter Orthopedic Clinic, and HUDCO Roofing, HUDCORoofing.com. Do business with someone you know. HUDCO Roofing, HUDCORoofing.com. All right, what a day yesterday. So LSU baseball, they win the series at Mississippi State. 3-run first. State would rally for 2 in the bottom of the first. State would tie it. In the 5th, Jordan Thompson, top of the 6th, solo shot, and LSU's bullpen did the rest. Every member of the bullpen that entered inherited base runners, and none of the inherited base runners scored. Absolutely incredible. I mean, absolutely incredible. Vittmeyer in the 5th went 2/3 of an inning. After Blake Money started the 5th, Fontenot comes on, gets the 3-pitch strikeout to end the 5th. Freaking nails. They send Fontenot back out there for the 6th. Strikes out the side. Freaking phenomenal. I'm sorry, he struck out 2. He struck out 2 or 3 face, and then they brought in Riley Cooper. That's right. Cooper and Harris runner. He gets out. It has an 8-pitch inning. Just awesome, man. Then they bring in Raiselman to the Riley Cooper 8-pitch inning was just right. They bring in Raiselman after Cooper had allowed runners on base. Raiselman gets out of it with a strikeout and a fly out. I'm sorry, a strikeout, a ground out. He got a strikeout to end the inning. Came back out. Had lost control, but got 2 outs. Then they bring in Gervais, who gets the strikeout. Then Gervais pitched the 9th. Awesome. Just awesome. I mean, just awesome. Every reliever that came in inherited base runners, and none of them scored. It was awesome. Just awesome. So I think LSU's found their formula. This is not a team with great starting pitching, but they are going to play the matchup game in high leverage situations with their bullpen. So, great, man. I'm telling you, the way the game started yesterday, Parker Stinnett from, I tweeted it right at the start of the game. So the book on Stinnett is that he only throws breaking balls, rarely throws fastballs, and he really struggles to throw them for strikes. So, like, only 30% of his pitches are strikes. So he tries to get guys chasing. So it was pretty obvious LSU's approach was going to be like Game 2 against Florida. Be patient, don't chase, drive up the pitch count. If he gives in and throws a fastball, crush it. So what happened? I mean, Morgan singled to the left side. He walked Cruz, got behind all 3 hitters. Got behind Barry, finally gave in, threw a fastball over the plate, and Barry crushed it. So, and then they promptly pulled him. He made it a 1/3 of an inning. So anyway, great day. LSU football practice yesterday was open to the media, and there was availability with Brian Kelly afterwards. Looks like Will Campbell is starting at left tackle. They've moved him into that spot right now, which is really great. That solidifies the line. What a stud, man. Not only, not just a freshman, he's an early enrollee. I mean, he should still be in high school right now. Like, he didn't even have the benefit of a summer workout, all that sort of, anyway. Phenomenal. Just phenomenal. And then the Pels got blown out yesterday in Memphis. Memphis is a really good team. But the Warriors beat the Spurs, which means the play-in game will be the Spurs at the Pelicans on Wednesday. So Wednesday, 8:30, the Pels will host the play-in game against the Spurs. All right. Ryan Amanda Guidry, Kirk Taylor, Stephen Bro. Whose birthday? Drew is watching happy birthday videos on YouTube. I can't believe they played in that. That's crazy. Anyway, let's see. Deborah Coward, good morning. Vernell Thomas, good morning, Scone. R.I.P. Dwayne Haskins. Yeah, man, that news broke yesterday while we were doing Morning Scone. It was crazy. 24 years old, man. Got hit by a car. It's crazy. Ugh. Tanner, Cody Anderson, good morning. David Hawes, good morning. Kirk, pitching staff's finding its mojo. But Kirk, here's the thing, man. Like, I know it seems like that, but like they were third or fourth in the SEC in ERA. Like the pitching staff hasn't been bad. That's what like try to say that and people kind of roll their eyes, but oh god, I hate spammers. But like the ERA is the staff ERA has been good. The problem has been the defense behind it. Like, I mean, I know I keep putting this up, but like the Friday game against Auburn, Blake Money was really good in that game. They got 6 runs in 1 inning because largely 2 errors on LSU and one that should have been a third. You know what I mean? Look at yesterday. I know, like some of y'all get upset whenever I bring up the Milazzo thing, but like, y'all, Hayden Travinsky was objectively bad behind the plate yesterday. Like, dropping pitches. There was a pass ball that allowed runners to get in the scoring position. On a 0-2 pitch, they called what effectively was a pitch out because they were anticipating a stolen base, which the runner went. They had the right play call. So Travinsky is standing when he catches the ball, and he throws the ball into center field. And so the runner goes to third. Like, you're not a good defensive team. He's not a good defensive catcher. I get it. Y'all want his bat, but the thing that I've said over and over and over again is that's fine, but what happens when he has the 1 for 12 weekend with 5 strikeouts and plays an average to poor catcher? Well, look what happened. I mean, he was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts on Friday, and then last night he was 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. So he's 0 for 5 with 4 strikeouts on the weekend. I mean, give me the glove 56 at a premium position 56 times, and I'll take what I get offensively. This team has enough offense. Anyway, John Melanson, strong side, Hunter Fournette, Joseph Falgraf, what's going on? DT, Gervais is a dog. Gervais has been awesome. Do y'all remember? I tweeted the video yesterday. I don't know if y'all remember, but Trey Morgan and Kay Doty came in studio before the season started, and I asked them each who's the pitcher they hate facing the most. And Kay Doty said Bryce Collins because of his curveball, and Trey Morgan said Paul Gervais. And at that point, I didn't even know who Paul Gervais was. I mean, there was no concept of Paul Gervais playing a role on this team. And now he's basically emerged as your closer. He's been awesome. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I deleted. Sorry. Dave Ender, my apologies. I accidentally muted you on the channel instead of the spammers. Sorry. Shane O'Mac, good morning. Ordered myself a CJ McCollum jersey. Ready for this team's bright future. Flock up, go Pels. Yeah, man. They play the Warriors today. So both teams obviously were on the road yesterday. The Warriors were in San Antonio. The Pels were in Memphis. So final game of the regular season today. I don't know that this is going to go great for New Orleans. I hope it is. I think it'll be a party in the blender, but Wednesday is going to be lit. Wednesday is going to be awesome. I mean, it will be a sellout. It will be so much fun to be there. Hunter, let's see, Raisman said, count my toe taps or not. I don't care. I'm striking y'all out. Yeah. You know, the thing is, though, when they brought him back out for the 7th or the 8th, it was, it very much, he obviously didn't have it when he went back out there. And I think part of the problem is, you know, when you come out of the bullpen in that kind of leverage situation, it's just a huge adrenaline dump, right? Like you're all juiced up, you get the strikeout, and you go to the dugout and you sit and it's boom. And then it's just an adrenaline dump. And then to get yourself back up, I think is very hard. So I'm not sure that I was super cool with him going back out there for that second inning of work. But, ooh, 4-putt by Tiger was no bueno. Joseph Fallsgraf, Fondo's a bad man. Devin Fondo coming out of the bullpen for that 3-pitch strikeout was filthy. And that's the thing where I look and I go, you've got to, and I think they've started to, I think this weekend has been the realization for Jason Kelly and for Jay Johnson of how they have to manage his pitching staff. And it's just going to be, you're going to see what you saw yesterday. They're going to play matchups in leverage situations. And you might see 6 pitching changes in a game. I know the state fans didn't like it, but sorry. I mean, it's just what they have to do this year because you don't have 3 starters that you're going to give the ball to and say, give me 6, 7 innings. You just don't have that. So you're going to have to play matchups. If your starter gives you 4, you're going to play matchups the rest of the way. Fonzarelli, Campbell looks like a real monster. Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, dude. That is so impressive, man. I mean, I get it. Like, it's just spring practice, so I'm not trying to, like, oversell it. But, I'm not trying to oversell it, but, like, Will Campbell, I mean, LSU hasn't had a starting left tackle as a freshman. I think it was like Lewis Williams did it, and then nobody did it from Lewis Williams until Sadiq Charles in 17, Ed's first year. If you remember, like, that was like, I'm sorry, hang on a second. So he's watching some video on YouTube, some kid crying. It's distracting, and then he's just going to imitate it over and over and over again. Anyway, so like Sadiq Charles did that in 2017 out of necessity and played pretty well. But like if Will Campbell's straight up winning that job, and you have a guy in Cam Wire who played there last year, that's massively impressive. I mean, it's so hard to play on the line, offense or defense, as a freshman in the SEC, just because of the physicality. So, man, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm sorry about the spammer. Like, I hate spammers. I don't know why they keep jumping in here and posting. I'm trying to see if I see them. I'm blocking them immediately. So sorry about that on YouTube. Let's see. Hunter Fournette, dog, you don't think that had anything to do with the bullpen? Come on now. What do you mean? I don't know if you're talking to me, Hunter, or somebody else. Let's see. Merrick, good morning, Matt. How is Drew's arm doing? Good. We actually go back to the doctor tomorrow, and he'll get it x-rayed again. So, but he's got much more range of motion with it. He's doing much better with it. Thank you. Trivia, good morning. Connor O'Neill, yo, Matt. How do you think Jay can justify keeping Gio in the lineup if his glove keeps being inconsistent? Yeah, I mean, I don't think Gio's glove has been bad this week. I don't think he's been a problem. But it's more, I don't think Gio is such a good glove that you just can't justify taking him out. And he's not hitting. So I would actually like to see Pearson and Stevenson. I'd like to see Stevenson in left, Pearson in right. Stevenson just looks ready. I would love to see both those guys get 3 starts in a weekend and see how it looks. I'd love to see that. And it looks like, by the way, I see, let's see, Jordan said any word on what happened with Dugas. Yeah, they haven't reported it yet, but I heard that he's got a hand injury and they're not optimistic. Like, he could be out a while. So, like, I don't know if it's a break, if it's a ligament, whatever it is, but apparently it's something that had been lingering. He aggravated before the game on Friday when he was in the starting lineup and he was pulling out. I think they're going to like do more tests and MRI, X-ray, all that stuff whenever they get back to Baton Rouge. But it doesn't sound good. I don't think it's season ending or anything, but I think he's going to be out a while. So I mean, you're going to have to find options if that's the case in the outfield. And I would like to see Stevenson get a shot. I like to see Stevenson in the left and Pearson in right. I think both those young guys have tremendous potential. I think they're going to be really good players. Larry Garner, what happened to my pals? They got beat by a really good team. Irfan Sayad, what's good? Eric Wilderwater, morning, Matt. Remember the point you made about the box working against us with all the new players, 4-1 on the road in the SEC. Do you think there's still something there? It's a good question, man. I do think there's something to be said for an us against the world mentality when you go out on the road and you just, you have to band together. So, I do think there's something to that. But I hope that also shifts in LSU's favor eventually. Taz, what's up, man? Did you see the article in the Detroit paper about the Saints trading up to the second pick, giving up 16, 19, 49? I did not read the article. I did hear rumblings, I guess maybe it was on Twitter, that the Saints were thinking about trading up to 2. If they're trading up to 2, they're going up to get whoever they feel is the best left tackle in this draft. If they're going to 2, it's to go get the kid from NC State, or if it's Cross from Mississippi State, whoever they feel is the best left tackle in this draft. That's what they would be going to get. Connor O'Neill, kudos Coach Kelly for managing the staff this weekend. Masterful job. Yeah, I think it's Kelly and Jay Johnson. I mean, they are. Yeah, Jay said a couple weeks ago, like he's got a whiteboard in his office, and he said it doesn't have any room on it anymore because they've mapped out every possible scenario, and they're using it. I mean, they're playing matchups, and the guys are delivering, which is awesome. Let's see, Fonz, man, how frustrating is it to have good batters watch third strikes when it's close? So, all right, I don't mean to be, I don't mean to be insulting with this, but like a big part of hitting is anticipating what pitch is coming, right? So like in a certain count, if you feel like your scouting says this pitcher is going to throw a certain pitch, like if they're going to throw off speed here, and you're looking for the release in their hand. I mean, because that's what hitting is. Like you got to look for the release point, and the spin to know if it's going to be a fastball, if it's going to be a breaking ball, if it's going to cut in, if it's going to be outside. Like you have to make this decision in a split second. Like if you're thinking off speed, right? If you're thinking, all right, this guy's going to waste one off speed, and then he throws 93 and paints the corner, and you're back, like anticipating you're going to have to wait on this pitch, and then he throws gas at you. Well, you don't have time to react to it. So, I mean, that's a big part of that is just becoming a better hitter with 2 strikes. I mean, that's why Pearson has been so impressive. Like that kid is unafraid of hitting with 2 strikes. I mean, he's choked up on the bat. He is already loaded, and he's ready. If you throw heat, he's going to be able to foul it off, and he's patient. If you throw up an off-speed pitch, he's going to be able to drive it up the middle. I mean, is it frustrating? Yes, of course it's frustrating. But, like, that happens in high-level baseball when you have pitchers who have an arsenal that you don't know what's coming. David LeBeau, morning, Matt. How many pitchers are available for today? I mean, I would think everybody's available because nobody's pitch count has been high. I mean, Gervais has pitched back-to-back days, but so Gervais threw 24 pitches yesterday. He may not be for the 3rd consecutive day, but like Raiselman threw 10, Cooper threw 16, Fonda threw 19, Vittmeyer threw 22. Like any of those guys would be available today. I mean, but what you have obviously is Dutton, Taylor, Collins. Like those 3 guys should be able to get you through this ballgame. because any one of those three guys can extend. So, the challenge I think is going to be for LSU's offense today, because State is throwing Cam Smith, who's been their best arm so far. Let's see. Stephen Bro, hey Dad, good morning. Between Masters over there at St. Teresa, which just got a new roof from Hudka Roofing, HudkaRoofing.com. Kirk, Palm Sunday, go to Mass. Yes, go to Mass. Well, everybody should, take time for your praise and worship on this and every Sunday. Let's see. Kirk, full deck today on the pitching staff. Everyone can pitch other than the starters. Yeah, I agree. I think so. Quentin Breakbill, what's up? Jeffrey Bone, what's up? Patrick McKenzie, are you and Ryan going to the game today? Didn't get tickets, man. Not going. Joel Cunningham, wonder how badly Campbell's arm length will get exposed in the SEC. Great player, but there are no NFL OTs with arms as short as his. Well, I got good news for you, Joel. He's not playing in the NFL. He's playing in college. Karen Baker, good morning. Jared Wrinkles, I think we can trade Hayden's offense for Milazzo's defense. We need someone behind the plate that can stop the ball. That's been my point all along. And by the way, as I've said, I'm not saying bench Stravinsky. I like his bat, and I like having another big right-handed bat in the lineup. So if you're facing a left-handed pitcher, you could DH Stravinsky and put Joe Bear in right field. You have options. You could catch Stravinsky on a given day if you feel like it's going to be a more offensive day. If it's going to be a low-scoring day where every run matters, maybe you feel like, all right, Milazzo's got to be in there today because we need to make sure we're controlling the running game, we're framing pitches, we're controlling managing the pitching staff. Like, there's a way to do it, and they can both play. I'm not saying the kid never gets to play again. I'm just saying, like, that's been really significant the last 2 days. Anyway, like the 2 runs on Friday that State scored when Hancock went the opposite way, they got into scoring position because of a pass ball. Like, you can't have that happen. Anyway. Mark Vatanovich, can Pelicans get a big crowd tonight in New Orleans? I think they will, dude. I think it's going to be a party tonight, and I think it's going to be a party on Wednesday. Razelman needs to wear number 8 next year. Jared, I got news for you, Coach. I don't think Razelman's here next year, buddy. I mean, he's draft eligible and he's throwing 98, 99. Like, I think Razelman, you ain't going to have him here next year, dog. Kyle Gallo, Matt, give Mississippi State fans credit. They even counted Razelman's steps when he walked to the dugout after being taken out. A+ for heckling. I know, like, it's annoying, but that's the point of heckling. Like, and at least it's friendly. It's not, the vulgarity of some LSU chants, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, count dude's toe taps and trying to get in his head, and bigger credit to Razelman. I mean, he was nails. So, Chance Babin, LSU seemingly is better team on the road. What do you think that is? Actually, just kind of talked about that a little bit. Melanie Wilson-Willis, how's it determine who gets to play? Who gets the win, say, for the pitcher when there's so many different in the game? So you can't get the win. So it's up. So the official score, but you can't get the win if you exit with a deficit. So typically, who's pitching when you take the lead gets the win. So Money gave up the tie, and then Vittmeyer came in, then LSU got the lead, and Fontenot pitched the next day, so Fontenot gets the win, and then Gervais gets the save. Let's see. Patrick Cason, good morning. Nick Ori, by the way, and also, like, if a pitcher doesn't make it through 5, they can be eligible for the win still if it was determined by the coach before the game and made it clear to the official score, this guy's only going to pitch like 2-3 innings, whatever, at the start of the game, and if you have a big lead when he exits, or have a lead when he exits. Nick Ori, good morning. Jason Kimmel calling Colonel Pickering. I think that's Corporal Trey Fisher, actually. Kyle, we'll see if we can get Eric in here. We got to get an update on that from last week. Kyle Gallo, hopefully Pearson and Stevenson can be the freshman spark like Nola Matuk were at 09. Yeah, I mean, both those guys made a massive impact. I mean, Matuk became your starting center fielder, and Nola became your starting shortstop. And not only did they make you better defensively, Nola didn't hit as a freshman, remember, but Matuk came up with a couple of big ones as a freshman. But yeah, I mean, if that balances you out defensively in the outfield and gets you some bats in the bottom of the lineup, I'm bullish on Stevenson. I mean, I'm not telling you Stevenson is going to be better than his brother. I mean, his brother's a big leaguer. But what I'm telling you is right now, like as a freshman, Stevenson is a better prospect than Andrew was. Andrew was skinny and couldn't hit. He ran like the wind and caught everything in the outfield. But Josh Stevenson already has a better approach to the plate and is just a thicker kid. Just looks like a better prospect. Again, as a freshman. Stephen Bro said, is Trey Morgan playing hurt? So that's a good question, man. So in the first inning on Friday, Morgan, it was the first batter of the game, Morgan kind of legged out a single, and when he lunged for the base, he kind of came up limp, and it looks like, hi, buddy. You want to come say hi, Dad? You want to sit on Dad's lap, say hi, Dad show? Come say hi, Dad show. Come see. Let me get my hands on you. Let me get my hands on you. Oh, there's my boy. Who is it? Who is it?
Drew.
It is Drew. Do you want to say hi, Dad show?
Hi, Dad.
I love you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Drew. Oh, you want to get down? Okay. Okay. Well, we'll see you later. Ooh, ooh. You sound like a monkey. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune.
The Wheel of Fortune on the TV?
Yes. Walk in. Walk in. Wheel of Fortune on the TV. Wheel of Fortune.
Okay. Wheel of Fortune on the TV.
Walk.
So if you were not here yesterday, okay. Drew wants to watch Wheel of Fortune on TV, on fast forward, and he makes me change it like 5 times, or every few minutes. So please be patient. My apologies. All right. Well, if you're gonna watch Wheel of Fortune on TV, turn off. Where's your mom? Here. Oh, you're good. Be patient, bud. You want sesame? Yeah. You want Itsy Bitsy? Yeah. Okay, Itsy Bitsy. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. My apologies. He's going to be back here in like 2 minutes. I'm going to have to do it again. And he actually didn't pick Wheel of Fortune. He picked Sesame Street. And he wanted it fast. We have to say fast. Anyway, so my apologies if I have to get up again. That's why. YouTube, do me a favor, smash that like. 102 watching. That's awesome. Only 32 likes, though. Let's smash that like button if we could. And if you're new, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Appreciate that. Facebook, please like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post. Appreciate y'all as always. Thank you for being here on Morning Scone. We do this every single day, like literally. By the way, have y'all noticed? We're getting close to episode 1500. That's pretty exciting, right? We're getting close to 1500. Got any OGers in here? Like OG Morning Scone, like was here from episode 1. That's been, are we coming up on 4 years? Is that what that, like, is that? Yeah, it's got to be, right? 4 years of Morning Scone. Like, basically, if your child was born the day we started Morning Scone, you have a 4-year-old now. Or, like, I mean, if your child started high school the day we started this show, he'd be graduating, or she would be graduating. Crazy. Taz, I believe Trey Penny is a smokescreen. I think the player of the Saints have their eye on is Kyle Hamilton. I don't think we give up both picks, but he's the target. I don't think so, Taz. I don't think you're trading up to take a safety, man. Safety is just not valued in the NFL. mean, you have to have a transcendent player, like a Jamal Adams or like a Kyle Hamilton, but I have a hard time believing they're going to trade up. Keeping in mind they've already given away next year's one, so you're going to give up next year's one, the 2 ones you have this year, basically 2 ones to go up to get a safety. I don't think so. I don't. Left tackle, I could buy it. Quarterback, if there's one you loved, I could buy it. Not safety. Connor O'Neill series wins over State and Florida, losses to Auburn and A&M, just like everyone predicted. Hey, you know what? How about Florida? After the way they struggled last week, losing the series and then losing the opener, they go win back-to-back games against Arkansas. How about that? They won a series against Arkansas. Cliff Nelson, morning Scone, props to Mikhail Hilliard, LFG Team Drew. Yes, sir. D said, ask E-Rock. E-Rock is laying in bed. She's awake. She could very well come hang. I don't know if we'll get Ask E-Rock. Maybe we'll get Ask E-Rock. No answer. Let's see. Would Skywalker be reaching the first round? I don't think he'd be there at pick 49. Taz, I think there are going to be safety options at 49. And I'll remind you that, I don't know you know this, but just a reminder, Von Bell, Marcus Williams, both second-round picks that became starting safeties for the Saints. I think they're going to be able to find a safety at 49. And I think they go offensive tackle, receiver at 16 and 19. That's just my guess. Let's see. Hunter, look up at Big Dog's comment. He made a comment about State's low amount of hits with runners in scoring position. I must have missed that one. Sorry. Yeah, but I mean, that's a huge credit to LSU's bullpen. I mean, obviously. And State is a team, y'all, we've talked about this. State's a team that hits 270. They're not a good offensive team. What they've done this season is, and they came into this series 13th in batting average, 4th in runs scored. The reason is because of homers. And you saw it yesterday. They hit 2 more yesterday. That's how they score their runs. So if you keep them in the park, they're not that great offensively. So, I mean, LSU has gotten a lot of swings and misses. And in big spots, we have seen the defense get back up its pitching.
No.
Hi.
No,
Sesame. No, Sesame. How could I not do? No, Sesame. How could I not give you another Sesame? Okay, let's do it. No, Sesame. Which one do we want, Drew? Basketball, okay. Yes. All right. Basketball. This is the one where Elmo and Abby play basketball. And Elmo's proud because he works really hard and he makes the shot himself without magic. All right, let's see. Gosh dog it. Why now the spammers on Facebook? Okay. All right. Tony Williams, Chris Andrapon, Kenneth Westbrook, Jabe Crawford, good morning. Tyler Alexander, good morning. Updates on Javen Coleman. Yeah, Tyler, he tore his UCL, man. He's having Tommy John. He's done for the year. So they hope to have him back for next season. And that's that's significant because you're talking about your best left-handed arm. As good as Riley Cooper's pitched in leverage situations, Javen Coleman's your best left-handed arm. And I think he could be a guy in your rotation next year. Brandon LeBlanc, speaking of approach, I like Joe Bear, but he does not shorten his swing no matter what the count is. That's true. He is up there for one reason. And look, he smoked 2 balls yesterday right into the shift. And, I tweeted hit the other way, and someone replied, like, it's not that easy. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's that easy. It's not that easy if they're pitching you inside and they're pitching you to the pull side to go the other way and hit a homer or a double, but you could drop the bat head and just push bunt one down the third baseline where nobody is standing there and get an RBI. You got runners at second and third, man. Come on. Like, just put it where they aren't and let them keep the merry-go-round going, let the next guy come up. Like, the best way to get them to stop shifting against you is to keep taking your base against the shift. Samuel Merrifield, who on the pitching staff could play on the next level. Raiselman, obviously. I really like Grant Taylor. I think Fontenot could be a really good bullpen guy at the next level. That sinking fastball is just hard to handle. Like, when you can dot it at the bottom of the strike zone like he can and get as many swings and misses, like, he's a guy that can for sure. Gervais is interesting because he's 6'10", with a weird arm slot. He throws. He was touching 94 yesterday. I think some of those guys are really interesting. Daniel Sedets, good morning. Rodeo, good morning. I'd like to see Stevenson start today. Gio's never proven he can hit SEC pitching. I agree with you, Rode. And I'll go back to the point, like, if he were a dominant center fielder, like if you were a dominant glove at a premium position, I'd say I can, in this lineup, because there's so much offense in this lineup, I could handle not having that bat. But he's not. So give me the guy with the upside for sure. Kelly Groves, Tony Williams, Chance Babbitt, amazing streak of 10 straight series wins at State. That is amazing, isn't it? We talked about it last week that LSU's won 12 of the last 14 series against State, now 14 of 15. It's just crazy, or 13 of 15. It's crazy. It's just crazy that a program as good as State is, with much talent and history and great facility, like everything, it's just a weird one-off, like that LSU has just owned that series. And it's the same thing, honestly, with Arkansas. LSU has just owned the Arkansas series historically. Trey Fisher, good morning. Checking in from work. That would be Trey Fisher, a.k.a. Colonel Pickering. Stephen Bro, what's good? By the way, the game coin, if you're on Facebook, the person posting his game coin, that is a scam. That is not game coin. Game coin is never going to ask you to send them crypto ever, ever, ever. Do not buy it. If it seems too good to be true, it is too good to be true. It's a scam. Always check to make sure it's the official account. Like, do not ever, ever, ever send an account like that crypto. It's a scam. It's not Gamecoin. It's fraud. I've reported them. Facebook won't do anything about it. It's annoying. Don't do anything about it. Tony Williams, Matt McMahon got another guard on the transport from NC State. Talked about that yesterday. Yep. Darren Six Killer, morning, Matt. Had Hudco rep out to the house last Friday. Gave me a quote. Thank you, Darren. Appreciate that. Got the Hudco link pinned, by the way. We would love the opportunity to come give you a free, no-obligation roofing inspection, just like we did with Darren. Give us a shout. Chris, Tennessee really that good, or are they really hot? They're really that good, and they play in a matchbox. The park is tiny, but they've won everywhere they've gone. I was even watching yesterday because that game came on the SEC Network, and I was watching some of it last evening. Missouri was hanging tough. Missouri was up like 4-3 into the sixth, and then boom, grand slam Tennessee. They're just too good, man. Brian Broom, what's up? Kyle Milliken, Louis Malhoit, good morning from Chilhowie, Virginia. All right, man. Appreciate you watching over there in Virginia. Dave Endure, Stevenson delivers quality ABs, what we need in the lower part of the order. The biggest compliment I think that Jay Johnson pays Stevenson is that he's pretty much their go-to left-handed pinch hitter. Like, to take that kid off the bench cold and tell him to pick up a bat when he's got like 10 bats and 10 ABs in his career, it's impressive. Like, that alone is a massively impressive hat tip to Stevenson, what they think of him. Hunter ump was kind of funky yesterday. Both days in this series they have been. See, here's the thing. In college baseball, umpires do expand the zone wide. They do, because they're college pitchers. They're not professionals. They're not going to be as pinpoint with their accuracy. So, same thing in high school and lower levels. Like, you go watch 10-year-old baseball, the umps are going to give them some leeway. So umpires do expand the zone. And he did it both ways yesterday. But you got to be consistent. Like, if you're going to... There was a sequence where Fontenot dotted the same spot on 3 straight pitches, and one of them was called a ball. No, 2 of them were called balls, one was called a strike. It's like, if I don't get that call, okay, but I need to know if I'm going to get that call. Or do we need to change the location? It's tricky for pitchers, but it's equally tricky for hitters, because if you lay off a pitch and it's called a ball, and then he throws the same pitch, it's called a strike. Well, now you're guessing, is he gonna ring me up or not? It's where you gotta have a consistent zone, man. It just affects the games. Umpires. Anthony Jackson, good morning. Dutton and Taylor should carry us through the day. Remember, you got Bryce Collins too. But Dutton and Taylor are both available. Bryce Collins is available. Those 3 guys could certainly extend. Big challenge today, though, against Cam Smith. Taz, would you trade the Pelicans' top 10 pick for Dame? Would that make them an immediate threat? Yes. I don't know if the Blazers would do that, but I would do that in a heartbeat. Dame, CJ, BI, Zion. Yep. I do that. I have not at all looked at salary cap implications and what that would mean, any of that stuff, and I don't even think that that's something realistic, but yes, I would. Rap in batches, what's up? C-Mac, what's good? Stevenson's better option right now than Gio. I think we're all in agreement on that. Traditionally younger sibling is always better. Let's see. Spurge, what's up? Taylor Castagnier. Matt, do you think the offensive line will be better or worse than last year? Well, brother, it would be hard to be worse, considering how bad they were, especially early in the season. I'm curious but you're losing 4 starters, right? I'm curious, you got, little Mike Stanton going yard. The 2-run yak. Yeah, I still call him Mike. I know it's Giancarlo, but I call him Mike. Dude was Mike. Dude was Mike for a long time, and then all of a sudden he was Giancarlo. Taylor, I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer to your question. Do I think they'll be better or worse? I don't know. I'd have to give it some thought and go position by position. But man, they were just not good last year. So it's hard to imagine them being worse. Another year of Brad Davis, coach him up. The emphasis Brian Kelly's put on the offensive line. I'd kind of like to think that they'll be better, but I can't say that I know that definitively when you lose 4 starters. Are you all of a sudden better? You might be. Joseph Fallsgraf, you're an awesome dad, man. Thank you, Joseph. Best job in the world, man. Best job in the world. Star Hill Stunners, Derek Maness, 4 years of Drew and Scone hijacking our mornings. Let's see. Rapping Batch, I saw Matt Flynn at Clegg's on Segan yesterday. Dude looks like he'd go play right out. Nah, dude. Flynn, I love Matt Flynn. I think even Flynn would tell you he's a little thin right now. Matt, tell you Rock to get her life together. Michael Costello, morning Scona family. Good morning. Jay Maggio. The situation is ever evolving. What's your latest opinion on the LSU quarterback? So, and again, full disclosure, I haven't been to practice. So I can't tell you anything I've seen with my own eyes because I've been out there. The availability is during my show. So I've not seen them. So I'm kind of trusting what others are saying. It seemed like Miles had an early lead. The buzz this week was that the Tuesday, Thursday practices, Jaden Daniels was awesome. But the most consistent so far has been Nussmeier. But you're only going to play one of them. And, I think the good news is if you've got three guys that are all playing well at different spots, then no matter what direction you go, it should be pretty good. Let's see. Taz Battle was talking about Skylar Moore, the wide receiver. Would it be a reach in the first round? I wouldn't go there. I would go. My hope. So Taz, this is my hope. All right, for me, best case scenario. I don't know what the Saints board looks like, who they value, whatever. For me, I would like to see them take the left tackle from Northern Iowa at 16 and Chris Olave at 19. I don't know if either will be there at those spots, but that would be my ideal. You get a left tackle and you get a wide receiver at 16 and 19. That would be and I love Chris Olave. I think he's going to be a great pro. And I think he is exactly stylistically what the Saints need. 6'2", can fly, can stretch the field. I think that would be my guy. Ooh, Aljamain Sterling beat Peter Yan. Wow. Good for him. He's a big underdog in that fight. Champion was a big underdog in that fight. Trivia, ask E-Rock. Can we bring back Mimi jokes? She is our Chuck Norris. You know what, Trivia? Yes. I'm making an executive decision here. You can. Murder Giraffe, what's good? Dave and Dur hitters. Today, do not practice dragging the barrel of the bat. It's a lost art. Today, it's launch, angle, exit speed. That's why MLBKs are out of sight. You're 100% right, Dave. And that's what... So, hang on one second. Just backpack speed. But I want to finish that point real quick. I want to come back. I'm coming back to that point. Don't move. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, you twisted it. You just twisted it. Yeah. Okay, so y'all hear me say, or I've heard me say or seen me tweet, hashtag never bunt. Okay, so bunting right now in Major League Baseball is it's almost extinct. Nobody does it anymore. It's at like historically low levels. Nobody bunts anymore. Because whose birthday is it? Whose birthday is today? Hey, whose birthday is today? Whose birthday is today? You know who it is. Whose birthday is today?
Already happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Uncle Jeff.
Blow, blow. Yay! It is Uncle Jeff's birthday today. Huh? Okay, you can have another, since you sang for everybody, you can have another sesame. Like I wouldn't do it anyway. I'm not even done with my point yet, sorry. This is Morning Scone. This is what you all come to expect. What do we want, Drew? Pigs for a Day, Dog Day Engineers, The Great Sesame, Street Takeoff, Wheel of Fortune, okay. Wheel of Fortune. Go spring break? AFR. Okay. Okay. There you go. Now he wants old episodes of AFR on fast forward. Okay, so anyway, make this point really quickly. So, Major League Baseball, nobody wants it anymore. It's a lost art because you have high-level analytics now, as I've said many times, which show bunting doesn't actually work like you think it does. It feels like the right thing to do. And I will tell you, I first had this conversation with Chad Durbin, who pitched 15 years in Major League Baseball. This was probably 5 years ago. Chad and I were on the phone talking one day, and we just happened to be watching the same baseball game. I was like, oh, they're going to bunt here. It was a Yankees game. They're going to bunt here. He goes, no, they shouldn't. But I'm like, what do you mean? You advance the runners, less than 2 outs, blah, blah. He's like, it feels like the right thing to do, but it's not. So I was like, well, explain what you mean. So then he basically, this dude spent 15 years in Major League Baseball. And he explained this whole concept to me. Like, it feels like the right thing to do, but analytics have gotten so high level now to where it just shows that bunting actually doesn't work more often than it does, which is why teams swing away. Because when you swing away, there could be a walk, there could be a hit by pitch, there could be a pass ball, you could single, double, triple homer. There's all these positive things that can happen. And yes, you could absolutely ground out. There's all those things that could happen. You ground to a double play. There's all that stuff that could happen. But it also eliminates the possibility of the big inning. And it's the only play in sports where both teams cheer. If you're the pitcher, you get an out. If you're on offense, you advance the runners. Like, both teams feel like they won, which is why it's sort of like a neutral push. So I would always rather keep open the possibility of a big inning than sacrifice for a base. If you're bunting to score a run, yes. If you're bunting for a hit, absolutely. If you're bunting to advance a runner and you're giving up an out to do it, no. Another dad show? Another dad show? Anyway, huh? So, well, if you come do it. Okay. So anyway. So on. Okay. Erica, please come do this. All right. Daddy fell asleep. Daddy fell asleep.
I'm on fast.
I think I did it from here. Oh, I did it from here. All right. So anyway, Dave, yes, to your point, MLB is all about homers now. In MLB, they will take 1 for 4 with 3 strikeouts if the one is a 3-run homer. So that's why you see guys hitting below 200 in everyday lineups, because it's just about hitting homers. But to the point about that you're talking about, you're dropping the bat and just dragging one, I'm for that. With a situation like Joe Barry yesterday. I mean, you got runners in scoring position, man. They're playing you in the shift. Just drop the head of the bat and push one down the third baseline. Take your base. Keep the merry-go-round going. Okay, Robert Cooley, love the shirt. Thank you, man. Got my throwback. The New Orleans Hornets. When Norman, Bobby prefer natural grass, but State has a beautiful field. Money well spent. If I'm not mistaken, I think State's field is natural grass. It's just behind home plate is artificial turf, like it is at the box. Same thing. I could be wrong though, but I think that the field is grass. It's just like the batter's box, like the home plate area is turf, and like behind home plate is turf, like in the foul ground territory. Alex Barnes, Matt went to Mansur's last night. Thought about UL and Georgia Angels Envy Rye. Yes, sir. There you go. Adam Parker, DM Gilmore 78. Let's see. The Alho decision was questionable. It didn't. Jan came out angry and not controlled. Interesting. I did not watch the fights last night. Merrick Mathern, what an upgrade. What upgrade do you. What upgrades would you do to the. What upgrades would you do to. Man, you got work in center structure, bro. To make the atmosphere better at the box. Okay. After watching the last two games, the box seems flat. It is. The biggest mistake they made at the box was they put the fans too far from the field. That's the biggest mistake. But you can't really fix that. I guess you could move home plate back, closer. You could move the dimensions, I guess, closer to the stands, but then you have to bring the fence in as well. It should be very expensive. I would love it if they added a berm, like if they built up. I guess where the batter's height is. I don't know how you do this, but at somewhere. Like you'd have to build like a berm that could be like elevated and be like a student section where people could bring ice chests and all that sort of stuff. I think you'd create atmosphere that way. But yeah, I do think they need to make those changes. They're aware of it. I think they will. And they got to get the bullpens off the field also. Okay, bring this to mommy. Mommy will help you. Bring that to mommy. Let's see. Jimmy James, Rob Deere would be an all-star in today's MLB. Same for Adam Dunn. Adam Parker, morning. And yep, sweet shirt. Yes, sir. Let's see. So I heard Shemaev Burns was one, like, that's when I saw it. That's when it became weird because it was like trending on Twitter that those two guys just blast each other. So I just watched some of the highlights of that fight. It was awesome. All right, y'all like the page, share the post. If you're on YouTube watching, shout out. Please smash that like button. We appreciate you. Charlie Cavell, what's good? Stephen Broso, the Rivers curse holds true once again. So apparently, our dear friend Rivers Huey, she, like, every time she goes to a Mississippi State baseball game, they lose. Like, she went for the opener this year. She went, I think the one she went to last year in the postseason, they lost. And then she's been at the first two games of this series. And I was texting her. She goes, I'll be there tomorrow, so you're welcome. Nothing. No. Craig Duga watched the fights last night. I did not. Wish I had now. Charlie Cavell, Gervais has been lights out the last two nights. Dylan Cruz is money. Yes, Dylan Cruz is going to be and Dylan Cruz has another year of college baseball. Like, he's got to stay 3 years, which is almost unfair. But yeah, Dylan Cruz has another year, and he's going to be a very, very well. I mean, his family's already wealthy, but he's gonna get broke off big time. Trey Bagby, what up, Matt? I'll be at the play-in game. You need to be too. I can't, Trey. It's Wednesday, and T-Bob and I are doing our podcast on Wednesday. Remember, Scone and T every Wednesday, live, 7 o'clock from Oliver Twist. So y'all come by and join us. You can come by, join us on site. You can watch on the Watch 104.5 ESPN YouTube or on the 104.5 ESPN Facebook. So you can watch live, you come by and join us. So I can't make it down. But I'll be watching. Any chance y'all get Musso to cosplay as the terrifying king cake baby for the play-in game? Probably not. You mean have him dress up as the king cake baby? Probably not. The thing is terrifying. Trey Bag says Friday night stuff. You see, here's the challenge. Whenever you whenever you are asked to extend, can you pace yourself and maintain a certain level of velo and accuracy? That's what we don't know about Gervais because he hasn't been asked to do that. So, like, he's whipping 93, 94. All of a sudden, if you're saying, hey, I need 100 pitches today, does 93, 94 become sit 89, 90, run it up to 93, 94? Well, all of a sudden, 89, 90 isn't as devastating, So I don't know, Trey. I don't know that I agree completely. I mean, look, didn't we have that question kind of with oh God. Why am I blanking? Zach Hess. Oh my God. I don't know why I had Helmers in my head, but Zach Hess. Was the same thing with Hess. Hess had great stuff. Hey, make him a starter. It didn't really work out. Craig Dugas, talking about bunts. We're going to talk about wide receivers next. What is this 2018? Just need Terrio to criticize the average age of football coaches. The matrix will be complete. Craig, the problem is that as many times as I've had the conversation about bunts, people still misunderstand it. It's one of the most annoying things to me because it's selective hearing with bunts, with midweek games, all the things I talk with the catcher situation right now, Milazzo. People selectively hear what they want, and so I have to repeat myself over and over and over again. It's annoying. Like, it's annoying to me too. All right, any more? Carl the Cat, they need to move the bullpens. The Auburn players out for the rest of the year after making the catch running to the benches. Talked about that yesterday. Yes, and the tricky part, Carl, is like they built the park. Are we doing Ask E-Rock? Oh yeah.
He's gonna dominate me.
Okay.
I mean, you have to come where I am. This is what.
What's he doing?
Just like when I'm not, he has to do something every minute.
Anyway, so we talked about the bullpen. Just when they built the box, they forgot the bullpens, and they just had to. That's why they are where they are. They just had to add them late. So what do y'all think? Do we want Ask E-Rock? If you have Ask E-Rock questions, this would be a good time to get them in. Or we end the show. As always, shout out to Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Of course, if you need an orthopedist, you go to Brock, brortho.com. brortho.com. They're the best. After Hours Clinic is open today and all the weekends. So if you need an orthopedist on the weekend, X-ray, MRI, and you see a doc, they can do it. brortho.com. And of course, Hudco Roofing, hudcoroofing.com. Do business with someone you know. Hudco Roofing, hudcoroofing.com. Free, no obligation roofing inspections. And of course, if you have your scope of work, your adjuster has been out to your house, they've given you your scope, basically your approval. Maybe you even have a check already from your insurance company. Give us a shout. We can help you read through the scope of work. If you feel like the insurance company has shortchanged you, we can help you supplement that claim. Lots of things that our insurance professionals can do to help you. Hudco Roofing, hudcoroofing.com, hudcoroofing.com. All right. Let's see. What? We've got some Ask E-Rocks. All right. Drop your Ask E-Rock questions in. Trivia, where are you? All right. We've got some Ask E-Rocks. And Craig Dugas, team bunt. Get out of here, Craig. Not okay. See, if LSU had Aaron Nola on the mound, and like if it was 2013 LSU, Nola's pitching, Bregman's at short, Cheney is at third. Your outfield is Stevenson, Laird, Fraley. You basically got 3 professional center fielders, right? Yeah, okay. I'm good with a bunt to score a run. Because if you give Nola 1 run, that might be all he needs. I'm good with that. So it's just different when you're an offensive team and you're not very good at defense. You need to score in bunches. So I'm not okay with like sacrificing the potential for the big inning, the crooked number, by giving away an out. Nah. Not I. All right, we're waiting on E-Rock. She's making her breakfast, and then she's coming. All right. Ooh, we got some good ones in here. Charlie Cavell, why is Dugas not playing? Or Dugas. So he's hurt. I mentioned it earlier. He's got a hand injury. I've heard different things about what the injury is, but the consensus seems to be they're expecting him to be out for a while. So it's an injury maybe he's had for a little while that he re-aggravated. They're going to do more tests when they get back to Baton Rouge, but it's a hand injury for Gavin Dugas, which is why he's out. So, and they do think it's going to keep him out for a while. It's not season ending, but it's going to be a while. So you're going to have to find options in the outfield, which is why I'm really, I know Gio's been playing in left, and we've seen Pearson in right the past couple of days. I'd kind of like to see Stevenson get a shot in left, and Pearson in right. I mean, it's all the same because you're talking about a couple of left-handed bats. I know Jay, if you look at the lineup, he likes to alternate left, right, left, right, left, right. Because if you ever make a strategic switch, putting a lefty or righty on the mound for a matchup, you better get your guy, otherwise it flips back to the offense's favor. That happened yesterday when they brought in the lefty Hunt? No, Cole. What's the guy's name? Cole. Cone. Pico Cone. They brought in the lefty Cone, who ended up going 2 1/3 to finish the game, but they brought in the lefty to face a lefty, and so if you don't get him, the next hitter's a righty. Okay, Erica's here.
Good morning.
It's time for Ask E-Rock. So if you have questions for E-Rock, fire away.
I couldn't sleep. I was up till like 3:30.
Why were you up till
I don't know. I
3:30?
couldn't sleep. Couldn't sleep. It was so weird. Started cleaning out stuff. It's weird. Tired now.
David Hawes, Ask E-Rock. Who is the best looking LSU baseball player?
I mean, I don't know any. I don't watch baseball. Is Dylan Cruz hot? I don't know. I don't know what any of them look like.
I don't know, but like he has a mustache and long hair, and
no.
it's kind of ridiculous what some of them have done with their long hair.
No, definitely not him. I don't know what anybody looks like. I need a lineup to see.
Well, I mean, I'd show you, but you'd be on camera.
No. Yeah, we'll let you
know. Ask E-Rock, did you vote for Best 225 this year?
I did. Voted for Matt and Scone.
You know what? I forgot to vote. I forgot to vote. Whoops. Charlie Cavell, why is Dugas... Oh, I just did that one. I know Beloso pinch hit the other day, but his career over. I don't think so, Charlie. I mean, he's available. I mean, he was on the travel squad. I mean, he traveled with the team, so he's available. But what his capabilities and or limitations will be, obviously it's tough to run. It could be a pinch hit scenario or something like that. But let's see. Okay. Merrick Bethune asks E-Rock, what is her dad cooking for Easter?
Oh, crawfish. So we do Easter on Saturday with my family. So be crawfish, and I'm sure there'll be shrimp and other things like that. It'll be yummy. I've only had crawfish once this season at Lawrence that night.
Yeah, me too.
I only had them.
Ask E-Rock, did she get the deputy's name right now?
Yes, and I gave him shout out. Did you call him a colonel? You did. It's corporal, by the way.
Erica, hold on. We were joking because you called him Colonel Pickering.
Okay.
That was the joke. We've learned
now. I called him.
No.
Yeah, I've never called him Colonel Pickering. It was
you were calling him Colonel.
No, it wasn't. It was Officer Pickering, and then you're like, he's not an officer.
He's deputy.
Right.
And we learned it was corporal.
Right. Yeah. I'm not calling him Colonel Pickering ever. I thought it was Colonel Fisher. not Pickering.
Okay, Colonel Fisher was it then? You thought he was a colonel.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, he knows. Everyone knows his name now. Lots and lots of people have
Trey
apologized
Fisher,
to him.
who is watching.
He is. He was on campus several days this week, and lots of people know his correct name. Lots of people had to go inform him. They've been calling him the wrong name. I gave him his fishy treats.
You want to explain the fishy treats? So this is Trey Fisher.
I love to buy things.
Yes, Erica is great at buying things. It's probably the thing she's best at, is buying things.
I love buying things and spending all of Matt's money. And so...
She's good at buying things.
Yeah. So I love to gift people things, but I like it to have like a meaning or joke or humor. So I felt really bad for messing up his name to all these people, because then Sunday after the show, I saw him at the fair, and then I had several people come up to me and be like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, our principal and assistant principal were like, "Sorry, your name is not Pickering." And then the man in charge of the fair had been calling him that too. He was quite disappointed to learn that the man's name is not Pickering. So I had to tell Keith that that's not his name. And so then anyway, so everybody laughed. And then I guess, I don't know. I don't think he was at school until like Wednesday though. Since he worked all weekend at school, I don't know. Anyway, so I'd gotten him a bag and it said, like, so glad I finally know your name. I'll never forget it. And then I filled it up with all kind of fishy treats, like birthday cake goldfish, cheddar blasted goldfish, pet pretzel goldfish, gummy fish. And so I made him open it.
Any of it?
Oh yeah, yeah. Because we had Stations of the Cross Wednesday, and he came to that, and then afterwards, I went to his car, and he opened it for me, and he was laughing. He loved it. He was excited.
I bet threw it all away.
And he does not wear a name tag, by the way. I said, "Dude, your name tag is, you need to wear it." And he said, "We don't wear them." I'm like, "Well, that's why I don't know your name."
D.
Mm-hmm. It was nuts. Sorry, I had something in my mouth.
These nuts?
No, I had grits in my mouth.
Ask E-Rock, we're here. Glad you are as well.
Yay.
Get out there, make it a good one. What are your plans today?
Well, first I'm going to spray tan.
I'm going to text from Ryan Terrio.
First I'm going to spray tan. I'm looking a little pasty.
Yeah.
Then I'm
Let's
going
clean that up a little bit.
to Ulta, get some makeup I need. Then I'm going to Target to return some things from yesterday that do not work. And then I'm going to Alexander to buy food. And then I'm going to cook your meals.
Ask E-Rock, rap in batches. How the bleep do you put up with Matt Scone every day?
Well, he's not here a lot, so it's okay. I'm joking. I mean, not really. We really don't see, honestly, how much do we see each other in one given day? We don't see each other in the morning. You get home at like 6:40, and then you take, like, we really don't see each other a lot. I think that's probably why you can handle me. It's because you're not around me much. During the week, right? You get like 6:40. You take Drew to Alexander's. I go do cardio. And then we put Drew to bed, and then you go to bed like 10, you go to bed like 11. So we might see each other for like 2 hours a day total. So I think that it's more, well, how can Matt put up with me is really the question.
Dave Vinder, ask E-Rock, when is the Ferris wheel being delivered?
Well, I've been on the hunt for the Ferris wheel, everyone. Just so you know.
I've completely like last week, I completely put my foot down.
My foot ain't down.
Yes, this foot is
What's
down.
up? My foot ain't down. You're wearing a slipper. You can't put your foot down in a slipper. You should be wearing a stone-toe boot or whatever.
It's a steel
toe.
Not a stone-toed boot. A stone-toe boot or a steel-toed boot.
Yeah. You can't do that in a slipper. Matt, if I find a Ferris wheel, we're going to get it. Okay?
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
There's nowhere to put a Ferris wheel at our house.
Where the trampoline is.
We are not putting a Ferris wheel on our property at our house.
What if I find like a swimming pool Ferris wheel, like that's part of the pool?
Our pool is not big enough to put a Ferris wheel in the pool. And then people want to swim and not be in a Ferris wheel.
It's Drew's party.
No.
We'll see. We'll see.
No,
Let me just
we're
see
not
what I
seeing.
find.
We're
Let me
not
see
seeing.
what I find.
Could you see Emory Jones take the starting center position come fall? It reminds me of Cushenberry, but more athletic. I don't. Maybe, but it seems like they're really pushing Charles Turner to win that job. And I saw Emory at Catholic High Career Day a couple weeks ago. Looking good, man. He's excited about getting on campus, but I don't know. I think he's a good play. I think he's gonna be a guard at LSU.
Oh my God. This is somewhat relevant. The new Flint family.
Yes, strength and conditioning coach.
Do you know how many children they have?
Like 6?
Yes. 5 girls, and then the last one's a boy. It is incredible. How do people do that?
Well, you see,
6
Erica, when a man and a woman love
They
each
have
other,
they have like a utility van or something. Like 6 children, the ages of like 10 to 2.
they are really Catholic.
They are really busy. I mean, like, I could not believe that. Super nice guy. Little guy. Little guy. But a lot of children. I couldn't get over that. I don't know if they were just trying until they had a boy. I mean, but it's not.
Read Rule, ask E-Rock if she digs Cam Smith's mustache,
No.
especially if he wins the green jacket.
I don't want a mustache. I don't like mustaches.
You would hate the way this guy looks.
I don't like a mustache. I don't like a beard. I don't want to know that shit.
Trivia Carter,
Hey, Trivia. Good morning.
ask E-Rock, do you think Matt needs to give you a theme song intro for the show, and what should it be?
I really like that. Yes. Maybe Fergie Glamorous. Flying first class up in the sky. Yeah.
You can sing it.
No, I can't. Actually, did you tell me I'm a horrible singer?
Well, you kind of are.
Yeah, Fergie. How about Fergie Glamorous would be a great song.
American with her Matt Gibbons, she's getting a Ferris wheel. No, she's not getting a Ferris wheel. There will be no Ferris wheel
Matt,
at this
why
house.
you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be like that?
Erica, you have to be practical. There is nowhere to put a Ferris wheel, and I'm not paying for a Ferris wheel for an 8-year-old
What if
birthday
I get
party.
it donated?
No.
Matt, we'll have this discussion off camera.
We've had this discussion
I'm not done with it.
multiple times, and we are not going to have a Ferris wheel at this house
I don't know how you can be so close-minded.
because you have to be practical, Erica.
Not for Drew's birthday. There's nothing practical about Drew's birthday at all. Every other day of the year, we can be practical. But on that party day, there's no practicality involved.
You want a Ferris wheel? Then have his party at a fair where there's a Ferris wheel.
No.
Okay, then we're gonna not have a Ferris wheel at our house.
We'll see.
No, we're not gonna see. There will not be a Ferris wheel at this
Matt,
party.
this talk off camera. We don't need to talk about this right now.
We've spoken, whether it's on camera, off
Why do
camera.
you get so flustered by this?
It's not happening. I'm not
You-
flustered.
yeah,
I'm
you
just
are.
being
You keep-
definitive
you
and telling you
won't.
there will be no Ferris wheel.
You won't let it go.
You're the one who keeps pushing the issue.
Your show people are pushing it. They're the one bringing it up, not me.
Okay, and then you should just say, yeah, it's not going to happen because Matt said we're not going to have a Ferris wheel.
Oh, when did you become the dictator? Because Matt said so?
Yes.
What? What about if I said so?
Okay, you get to pay for the whole party. You get to pay for everything. You
So it's
get,
about money?
you get to pay for all
Is
the
it about money
decorations.
or practicality?
It's both.
Okay, well then say it's money.
It's both.
Say it's money then. So it won't fit here.
It won't fit here. There is no Ferris wheel that's going to fit at our house.
Merry-go-round.
That's even dumber.
Matt, I'm just doing this to get a reaction from you, okay? It's just a little shtick.
No, you're not. You want a Ferris wheel.
I do want a Ferris
I know
wheel.
you do. Kelly Snyder, late but respect to the vintage Hornet shirt. You remember where I got this shirt? Where
Yeah,
did I
I
get this
gave it to
shirt?
you. I bought
Where did
it.
I get this shirt, E-Rock?
For me.
When?
For Valentine's Day. When
For
I bought you a Hornet.
Valentine's Day.
I bought
When
you
Eric and I were
Hornets tickets.
dating. Eric and I were just dating.
Yeah.
She gave me, for Valentine's Day, this shirt, and we had tickets to watch the Hornets and the Magic. And you know what else was in the little package?
No.
There's a little miniature basketball goal.
Oh, really?
And
I'm
you
so cute.
and
I
you
was so
and you
cute.
cut out the Hornets and Magic's logo and,
I did not.
and taped them on the
I was
basketball
so
goal.
good back then.
Yeah. And I still have
Really?
it in my office.
Really? I did all that? Wow. Before Drew, I was really creative.
Well, you're still really creative, just not for me. You are for like, when April's daughter needs invitations for her.
Not for you. Did you just really say
You
not for
just said
Do
you weren't creative
Do you
anymore.
want to look at what do you
Oh,
want to
but-
start comparing stuff?
By the way,
Not for you. You want to check out what the Easter Bunny has for you already?
I think I have an idea for the barrel.
You're trying to change the subject because you just totally dissed me, and I am like so creative and thoughtful. for
You were the one who said you weren't creative anymore. I'm sorry. Are you the one who just said that?
I didn't say for you.
You said it till Drew. I used to be really creative till Drew.
Yeah, but I mean, then you're like, well, not for me. I mean, I do a lot for you. That's
You
very
do.
creative.
You do a lot of creative stuff.
Very creative. Your Easter basket is super nice.
We still do Easter baskets, by the way. I would be perfectly
I
fine
need like a
with doing
galvanized tub. You have so much stuff.
Ooh.
Hint, hint. Just like, don't you feel bad on Easter morning?
it. I don't feel bad Easter morning.
There you go.
No. Read rule, ask E-Rock. Oh, I already did that one. Trivia, ask E-Rock. Do you think Matt... Oh, we already did that one. Where am I? Oh, here it is. Trivia, ask E-Rock. Do you know Matt has a beard?
I do. He knows I don't like it.
Because you
That's
say
what I
my
hate
face.
Trivia, he knows I don't like it, and he still does it anyway.
Yeah. Ask E-Rock. I think yes to Fergie, but no to that. It should be it should be clumsy.
Boop, boop. Oh, wait, how's that one go? I know clumsy. That's a good one. That's a good one, Trivia. I do agree.
Clumsy cause I'm falling. I need my eye
It's
drops.
like boop, 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 boop. I love Fergie. God, I wish I was Fergie.
I need.
If I was Fergie,
eye
if I was as hot as Fergie, would you let me have a Ferris wheel?
No.
Oh, I think you would. I think it's a hotness factor. If I was hotter, you'd let me have a Ferris wheel, Matt. I'm just messing with him, y'all. I know I'm not getting a Ferris wheel. I don't even want a freaking Ferris wheel, but he gets so worked up all the time. So this is my only way to get at him because he's usually getting at me. So just go with it.
You gonna talk to him?
I did talk to him. I told him a little secret just now.
Oh.
I leaned
You do
forward.
realize that I can just scroll back and listen to it?
You don't know what minute it is.
122.55.
Okay,
Got it.
got it.
Scroll back. Let's see. Ask E-Rock, who would be your second and third pick for best 225 from Chance Babin?
I don't know who was I forgot who was the finalist.
Gordy
Gordy would be.
Gordy's not on there. You
T-Bob.
would have voted for Condon, who was on there, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Um,
T-Bob. Because Drew loves him now.
I think Drew is obsessed with the fact that I have the video of him cursing that he watches all the time.
He likes that he's in the elevator.
Well, because he recognizes him.
Right.
Yeah. Trey Fisher. I really enjoyed the treats. Thanks again.
I knew you did.
AKA Colonel Pickering.
I knew you enjoyed those treats.
Ryan Dixon asked E-Rock, what
Matt,
should...
by the way, Matt thought it was ridiculous with the treats, but I thought it was really cute and creative.
It was very cute and creative.
But I did make him open it in front of me so I could explain it in case he was like, why is this random giving me... Because, okay, so I used to buy treats for... This is a quick story. I used to buy treats for all of Drew's nurses every day at the hospital because I felt like I needed to do something for them. It was a job. Like, they didn't just take care of Drew. They took care of me all day because Matt would go to work and do a show, and I would sit there with these nurses all day long. And so I would go to the little gift shop and buy them just a little treat. No, I'm not talking big money. Well, one day, we were in the CVICU after heart surgery, and we became close with our nurse, Chelsea Gray. She's phenomenal. Love her. Shout out to Chelsea. And
Oh, good, sorry.
Anyway. So I went to the gift shop like I always do and go get her some treats. And I got her, like, you know, some gummy lifesavers. I mean, something so silly, you know. And then, but while I was in there, I realized I also was out of deodorant at home or at the apartment. So I picked up like, so I got her 2 gummy treats. And I was like, oh, I need deodorant too while I'm in the gift shop. So I get the deodorant. Well, then I get back to Drew's bed space or whatever, and I give her treats right before we leave. I'm like, thank you so much. It was such a great day. I appreciate everything you do, blah, blah, blah. She takes her treat bag, leaves. I get home to the apartment later that night, and I'm like, about to go to bed or something, and I take a shower, and I'm like, oh, I need that deodorant I bought today. And I'm like, oh, where is that deodorant? I'm like, oh my God, I left the deodorant in the treat bag. Chelsea thinks I think she stinks, and I bought deodorant. So then the next day, luckily she was on like 5 days straight with Drew. So the next day I'm like, hey, get your treat bag. Did you look in your treat bag? And she was like, yeah. I'm like, I did not mean to give you the deodorant in the treat bag. It was just the gummies. That's the deodorant. She goes, well, I was wondering if you thought I stunk or you thought this was cool, like a cool type of deodorant. She was like, I was quite confused, but anyway, so.
Hey, Drew.
Sometimes I have to explain treats. You want another wheel?
No.
Another dash. Okay. And so anyway, I wanted to make sure I explained to Corporal Fisher the correct.
Ryan Dixon, Scone's house is turning into Funfair Park. Bring out the mousetrap.
We could get the mousetrap.
Funfair Park. Remember they had a monkey at Funfair Park?
Yeah.
What do they call it? The monkey smoked cigarettes. What was that
Yeah.
monkey's name?
Oh, it was.
Someone will remember it. Oh, man, that's funny. Whew, it's funny.
I gotta tell you what Sophia said about Fisher.
Okay. As always, shout out to Brock. By the way, 96 still watching, 63 likes. For all this entertainment, if you're watching right now on YouTube and you've not yet liked this post, just take a quick second. If you're watching on your phone, go vertical, right, portrait mode, and you'll see the comments. X out of the comments, hit thumbs up, like, then hit live chat again. You'll see the comments come right back. We can do it. We can do it. All right, E-Rock's coming back for a little more Ask E-Rock. Facebook, like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post. All right. Okay. Robbie Weldon, morning, Matt.
Okay, I take the Fisher story.
You know what was nice win? Oh, yeah. No worries about the Madhouse thing. Nice win last night. Get your Pelicans jersey for today. We didn't get tickets. The deal with me and Terry was only going if we got floor seats. Because we were going to go full on uniform and go, but we didn't get floor seats.
Because you're a snob.
Well, if the thing was, yes, but the thing was, if we were going to go in full uniform, we weren't going to go to full uniform and sit in like section 317.
Right.
We're going to go like be seen down there.
Thank God, because you would have looked ridiculous.
You'd have looked ridiculous. But that was the point. All right, what's your story, Harry?
So, Colonel Fishering. Colonel Fisher. Oh my God. Colonel Fisher. So everybody knows I have a niece.
Corporal.
Oh gosh, I did it again.
Yes,
Corporal.
you did.
Sorry.
Can't imagine how I would have said Colonel.
So I think most people know I have a niece, Sophia, who goes to St. Jude. She's in 5th grade. My sister and her husband live like literally the first house outside of our neighborhood. So every morning I bring Sophia to school. She brings her to me in the neighborhood. I bring her to school. Anyway, so last Wednesday we had, I guess, Stations of the Cross in the church. And then the next day Sophia said, oh, hey, now that you know Corporal Fisher's name, I think he's like my new bestie. I'm like, oh, he's your bestie? She's like, yeah, he must know I'm related to you because he held the door open for me going into mass. I'm like, or he just held the door open for you because he's a polite gentleman who was holding the door open for all 500 kids who went into the church. And she's like, I think he knows I'm related to you. I'm like, well, did you say hi? She goes, oh yeah, and then after that he told me hello. So I mean, he definitely knows I'm related to you. I was like, so did you get like some street cred, Sophia? I was like, he probably sees you walk whenever we get to school. You walk up with me every morning. She goes, yeah, he told me hello. She was like, he definitely knows who I am. So she was feeling all cool. Yeah, because like I guess, she felt like. But whenever she said he held the door open, I'm like, yeah, he stood there and held the door open for all 500 kids who walked through the church. I watched it. Anyway, it was funny. So.
Ask E-Rock, what should be Matt's next bottle of bourbon that he buys?
Oh, Lord. He doesn't need to buy another bottle. It's absurd. Look at this collection.
And there's more down there.
Every time you think I spend too much money on stuff for Drew, because I don't buy me anything anymore. That went out the window. It's all for Drew because I love buying for other people. I don't like buying for myself. I mean, I do like luxuries. Like I get my nails done. I go spray tan. Like I spend my money on like treatments to look better.
So you do spend
money. I have zero self-esteem. So I do it to like enhance myself.
So you do spend money.
But not on things.
Doesn't matter. It's just the thing that you enjoy.
Well, I don't know if I enjoy it. I mean, I don't really enjoy standing there, like, getting hosed down.
But it makes you feel better.
It's, like, awkward.
But it makes you feel better. You feel more confident. You have spray tan, you do your nails, pampering stuff. That's what you like.
Yeah.
Well, I like whiskey.
Bubbles, yeah.
Yeah, I like whiskey.
Candles. Running low, Easter Bunny. Don't have any other project candles left, Easter Bunny, except for the one in here. Just letting you know. Might be a good time to go shopping. Hippity hop over there, Easter Bunny. Hop, hop, hop. To Anthropologie, men, if you ever need a luxurious candle for your wife, your girlfriend, or your mother, or whoever, Anthropologie, Perkins Row, all the way to the back, by the where they put the big Christmas tree. The best candles on earth. They smell beautiful. Volcano's their signature fragrance, and it's the one that they're burning all the time in their store, but any of them are amazing. I've trained Matt over the last 10 years to go to Anthropologie and buy me candles. They are a little expensive. They do last a long time, and they smell your whole house. Go to Anthropologie, get the candles, tell America sent you. No, I'm joking.
Joseph
I should do like little ads for them.
Yeah, you should. You should get.
And you know what? In the office, Emily, every day, she's like, you need to sell stuff. She was like, you buy into these things, like these TikTok challenge. I do all this TikTok challenge stuff, all these beauty things they tell you to do. And she was like, you do them, but then you like make people believe them. I'm like, okay, that's pretty good to know. I have her slugging at night now. She's slugging. She's like, I don't know the difference. I'm like, have you done it for 3 months? You've got to do it at least 3 months. You're not gonna slug overnight and have beautiful skin.
Nope.
It's not
Can't
gonna work
slug
like
overnight.
that.
Nope.
Okay, sorry.
Ask A-Rock, do people recognize you in public from the show?
No one knows who I am.
She's not on the show. Well, I guess so on AFR. We do put your picture on the screen. On
Yeah, it's an
AFR.
old picture though. Yeah, I mean, no, not really. Nobody knows who I am.
Dave Endura asks A-Rock, should the morning Scone theme song be Thunderstruck?
What is that? That one. Light it up. Oh, no, it was Thunderstruck. What is that? You know Thunderstruck? What is it? Sing it.
It's AC/DC.
I
I wanted you to sing your song some more.
I don't know them.
You know Thunderstruck.
You've
been Thunderstruck.
I don't know that type of music. I do not like that. It's like so.
They used to play it at Fred's.
I didn't.
Yeah, you've heard it. 100% you've heard it.
I don't like it.
It starts off going.
Like you don't dance to that. Like I just don't like. I don't like music. You don't like. That's like boy music. Ugh. No, I don't like it.
I was caught in the middle of a lightning attack,
I'd like leave during that song. I don't like it. I would walk out.
and I
I'd walk out.
knew there was no turning back.
I'd rather some Nelly.
You've
I'd rather Nelly or Drake or.
been thunderstruck.
No, I would hate that song. Ugh.
Ask E-Rock, Trivia Carter, was the Fisher issue the most awkward situation you've ever been in, or do you have something else worse?
No, I do that kind of stuff all the time. I mean, it was funny because it had a ripple effect. I guess the funnier part about the Fisher thing was he was watching and like the way he broke the news, right? So that was really funny because it wouldn't have been nearly as funny if I would have realized at school one day this is the wrong name, right? So the way the news broke was funny. The fact that I was seeing him again that day, the fact that I had like totally gotten a lot of people and like gotten his name wrong. That was the funniest part.
Ask
you
E-Rock.
Hold on, I'm not done. Trivia is asking me a question. I don't give short answers. And what?
Oh.
Long and what?
Boring.
No, it's not boring.
Yes, I was bored.
I'm bored with you.
Okay. Carly Cat, the monkey was Candy at Funfair Park.
Oh, was
His
it?
name of the monkey was
Okay.
Candy. Another one from Trivia Carter. Ask E-Rock, what's the budget for the Ferris wheel? Because they're not that expensive.
Oh, trivia, really? Sounds like trivia has a hookup. I think if we could get one under a grand would be good. Maybe.
Trivia left already.
8 to
He said, gotta go.
900.
Had family show up.
Okay. Oh,
he's
that's nice.
gone.
8 to 900. I think under a grand would be good. What? Under a grand.
You think I'm spending $800 on a Ferris wheel?
Okay, 500.
No.
Matt, you spend that much on a bottle of whiskey.
No, I've never spent that on a bottle of whiskey. Ever.
Okay, 200.
Is a Ferris wheel $200?
No, I'm saying.
We're not spending $1,000 on a Ferris wheel. That is an absurd allocation of resources. That is
Allocation. We're not government here. What are you talking about? Government stuff? We're a family. We don't talk government.
that is a waste of money.
Allocation of resources. Who are you?
$1,000, it's a waste of money. We're not doing that. That's dumb. Ask E-Rock, better chance you get a Ferris wheel or a dog?
Or a golf cart. We've left the golf cart idea. I'm not done with it though. Mother's Day's coming up.
We can do that.
Golf cart? Are you kidding?
No, I need a tax write-off.
Awesome, let's do it.
Okay, we'll do it.
And a swing. You write off a swing.
You give a mouse a cookie. I swear to God. You give a mouse a cookie, she wants a glass of milk.
I don't like milk. Give me some body armor. I don't want milk.
It's a saying, Eric.
Oh, well, I don't drink milk.
A murder giraffe. I don't think you want a Ferris wheel for under a grand. That's a good point.
Oh, it might not work. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I think there's got to be some battery operated ones that work really well. I mean,
E-Rock isn't getting arrested for robbing this show. LOL.
what does that mean? Oh, because I'm better than you.
You're stealing the
I think I'm
show.
better than you. Yeah.
It's gonna be the jankiest Ferris wheel in history.
I might get my dad to make one. I'll get Papa to build one.
Rapping Batches asked E-Rock, does Matt get in trouble for looking at other women when y'all are out together? My wife never cares at all if I take a glance, but guys I work with say they would literally get murdered.
I mean, I have no confidence or self-esteem, so I always think people are looking at other people. Like you should look at others because I'm not. I mean, no, I mean I don't care if you look at other people. Don't do anything with them, but if you look, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like he's asking, no, I mean I don't care. I'd assume you do just because.
I think that would be massively disrespectful if I'm out on a date with you or anyone.
But what if you are on a date with me? You're by yourself. Still disrespectful? Like what if you're not? What if we're not there?
Well, to your point though, like
No.
Another well. Okay.
Yeah.
if you're people watching, sometimes you just see people. Like
Yeah,
I
but
can see if there's a beautiful woman. It's
seeing a
not like I would
hot girl,
I wouldn't
look
like, but in public I wouldn't like gawk at somebody. That's come on.
Look. Oh, I don't care if you look at somebody else, but I hope you do.
All right. Robbie Welburn, you and Ryan could be those guys that fully dress out and watch the game on TV. I'm definitely not doing that. Definitely not that guy. Hey, Uncle Mike, good morning. Oh, bourbon makes you look better. If Erica drank bourbon, then it would make me look better. Maybe in my own mind.
Moscato d'Asti makes you look better.
Oh, there you go. Her Moscato d'Asti makes me look better. E-Rock has a lot of fairies, aka the golf cart Ferris wheel swing. Yes. See, Dave Vinder said, people watching is fun. Go to Vegas, be entertained forever.
What?
Said, people watching is fun. Go to Vegas, be entertained forever. The airport is the most...
Ugh, hate airports. Hate them.
But as far as people watching, like... Because everybody, no matter who you are, where you're from, if you want to travel, you all go to the same place, right? You go to the airport. So, like, on a given day, you will see anything and everything and everyone and anyone at the airport. If you want to people watch, that's the place to go. All right. I think we're done, E-Rock.
All right.
Stephen Fry just finishing up a little 13U baseball game. What did I miss? LOL. An hour and 38 minutes. Smash that like button if you're on YouTube. Also subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so yet. Facebook, please like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post, like the
I
page.
don't get notifications when you go live on YouTube.
You have to hit the bell.
I do. I have.
On the Matt Scone page?
Yeah. Which one?
Maybe you don't have your notifications set on your settings.
Yeah, maybe so.
That's what it is. All right. Y'all have an awesome day. Stephen Brose of the Rivers curse holds true once again. Oh, I already read that one. That was earlier. That was Rivers. You know, Rivers went to Mississippi State. Mm-hmm. Well, apparently, like, every time she goes to a Mississippi State event, they lose.
Were you on Friday with them?
On their show?
Who was Rivers and T-Bob and somebody else? What, Hester? I don't know. Somebody asked me if you were on with T-Bob, some girl. I'm like, I figured it was Rivers because of Mississippi State. They're talking about Selena Gomez. Did y'all have that discussion?
I wasn't there.
But like, did you and T-Bob have a Selena Gomez discussion about how you don't know who she is?
Mm-hmm.
Well, somebody said they were talking about how you don't know. I don't know.
There's a lot of pop culture stuff.
No, but like it was like a recent thing about I think Selena or Serena Gomez. So Selena Gomez. I don't know who she is either. I mean, she's a young singer. But I figured something came out from Wednesday that they were talking about on Friday. But you don't even know what I'm talking about. Never mind.
I was definitely not there on Friday. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think we talked about anything like that on Wednesday.
Okay.
Anyway. All right. I think we are done-zo. Went to Miami last weekend. People watching there was interesting. And Dave and Durst said, have a great day. I think your guy, Brandon, let's go Brandon.
Where's he been?
He messaged me. He was not happy with me.
What did you do?
Well, one day he was like, Erica, you can call me anything or whatever. Because, it was last Sunday. Or maybe whatever day it was. The Trey Fisher's day. And I was like, yeah, you don't need to be a butt kisser. She's not here or whatever. It was like the next day I was explaining. And like I was just being playful. But he like really, really sent me a long email, like really took offense by it. I was like, well, it was just playful joking. But
Aww.
do you? It was like really, really took offense to something that was not very nondescript and
What did you say though?
just that. Like, it was like about the Trey Fisher thing. He's like, hey, call what it was, call wrong name, whatever. And he's like, oh, E-Rock can call me whatever she wants. I was like, okay, all right. I was like, okay, man, like, there's no need for butt kissing here. She's not even here, And it took
Aw,
real
you hurt
offense.
his feelings.
Oh, Erica, stop
You
it.
did. Obviously, Matt.
Christ almighty. Have a freaking pair. Come on, what are we talking about here? Are you kidding me?
Pass, please.
I've said,
Pass.
like,
Guys, please kiss.
the whole thing, the
Kiss,
whole...
please.
The whole let's go Brandon's obsession with you and the fun. It's come on, like.
I'll sort of where he was.
Well, that's where apparently he's gone.
Aw.
Oh well. All right, y'all have a great day. We'll see you. Bye.